Greetings everyone, what is up with me again, Tim Prime 1 with another video review for you all. In this video review, we're taking a look at Cybertron Voyager class Mudflap. but first things first, before we get down to the video review itself, I have a few shoutouts to do first, and all of them are happy birthday shoutouts. First of which is to my oldest brother, who lives in South Carolina. Sorry, peoples. I have not been able to talk so far. My tongue has been tied quite frequently for like a few weeks so far. So just try and bear with me. My oldest brother, he's living in South Carolina, and it was his birthday the other day. And so happy birthday, bro! I hope you have had an amazing birthday. And also to a couple of friends of mine, Kazumi. Hang on for a second. She's on Twitter. From my understanding, I'm not going to say what she has done so far, but she has, well, I'll just say this. I was going to say she changed her name. She changed her name. Kazumi May Taylor on Twitter. I hope that you've had an amazing birthday from a couple of days ago. My apologies I didn't get down to your video shout out as well. Oh boy. I'll admit this, we're waking up for 4 days in a row at 5:20 in the morning to go to work for 10-hour shifts. I'll admit it takes a good bit out of you, but it's definitely worth it in the long run, especially since we get a 3-day weekend. And I should have taken a nap with my daughter. I'll admit that right there. I'm feeling a bit tired still. Also, a happy birthday shout out towards my good friend Toxic YouTube on here as well. I'll try to pin both of your names in the thing below. Why I put why I put the title of the video. I'll be tagging you guys in that area right down there. But yeah, I hope that you all have had an amazing birthday. And I'll admit this, with how busy I've been so far, and with how things have been going on so far, especially with so much drama on Twitter. Oh boy, I've been pretty busy myself, but I am now back in action still, or more or less, with Cybertron Mudflap right here. So I was going to take a quick look at this Autobot that became a Decepticon, then Autobot again. So yeah, taking a look at Mudflap right here. Very sorry about that. I just have some phlegm in my throat. Taking a look at Mudflap right here, you can definitely tell he's like, I can't remember the kind of vehicle mode he is. I cannot remember. I have the Cybertron toy line right here. Mudflap from the Cybertron toy line. And no, he is not one of the twins from Transformers. He is not one of the twins from Transformers, although I do love the twins. I love the twins. Blue crane truck. Well, that's an obvious duh right there. Blue crane truck. So yeah, he's definitely a blue crane truck. Love what Hasbro and Dakar 20 have done with him in the Transformers Cybertron series. Although I'm trying to remember his Japanese name. What was his Japanese name? I can never, like, some Japanese names I can easily remember, others I cannot. So if you all know his Japanese name, please leave in the description box below. But yeah, quite frankly, with Mudflap right here, they definitely did an amazing job. And I also love the little missile bit right here. And if you're also wondering if I have the little hook, I had the hook for many years. I had the hook, but it was looking like it was a bit flimsy for quite some time. And look at that right there. It's gone. It's gone. On my first Mudflap figure, it is gone. So yeah, I don't have the hook anymore. Hook, give us a hook. I feel like I'm losing my voice a bit for some odd reason. But yeah, beautiful work on him. Hasbro Takara told me you guys did a beautiful work on him. Amazingly well done. Very nice. Love the... well, these aren't really backlights. We can tell that these were meant to be backlights. I do wish they would have painted these on in. That would have made a bit of sense right there. Viva Vendetta. Also, he has a couple of wheels right here, all the way across. He has 6 wheels on both sides. And he can roll. So yeah, and I'll also say this. I'm surprised that Hasbro and Takara 20 did not take Mudflap and just give him a remolded look as Signal Flare in the Transformers Cybertron series as well. I'm surprised they did not do that. Albeit, I thought I saw him as a figure on one of the Cybertronian maps or something. I can't remember if I did or not, but oh boy. That, or I was just seeing like someone's custom-made version of Mudflap as Signal Flare. They would have had to have like taken a lot of stuff off him and just made their own 3D printed versions of like the lights for him. But yeah, I do love how they made Mudflap right here, and also check out the seat detailing right in there, as well as the little windshield wipers. Like there's surprised there's 3 of them. I'm curious as to why there's need to be 3, probably because of how big this windshield would be right here, possibly that right there. But yeah, nonetheless, really great job with Mudflap, and I also love the detailing right here. These little hydraulics, really great job. Hasbro and Takatomi, really great job, you guys. Not for sure I'm not for sure how much they collaborated back then, but I'm still going to give them both credit. And also right down here, you guys can definitely see like this is the bottom, like below his vehicle. You can see Mudflap's overall body along with his arms and his legs. But yeah, they definitely did a really great job. And I also right here, you can see his little lights right there on the front of his vehicle mode, along with this little detailing on the grill. Very beautifully done. Also with this crane, it can go up and down, and this right here doesn't come out too much, in which I'm very much glad. But taking a look right here, you can see of how much it can go in right there and come right on out. Very nicely done right there with the engineering, beautifully done. Also, I like to put a key slot right there on the side. Let's see, I know I have the earth key. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. A little bit dirty too. Oh boy, I gotta clean off a lot of my figures relatively soon. So yeah, take this Cyberplanet key. They never show this in the TV show at all within his vehicle mode or his robot mode. You can take this Cyberplanet key and insert it right here. Boom. He has like his little missile launcher, and this is very, I'll admit, this is very loose. I probably just need to find myself a new Mudflap figure or something. So yeah, you can do that right there and pretty much fire the missile. Kind of ish. I think this one doesn't. Oh, spring is still pretty strong in there. Spring is still pretty strong, but this thing is very loose. This thing's very loose on me. This thing is like 20 years old. Also, right here on his crane bit right here, you can just extend this on out right here. I remember on Quizzly 7 what he did. He just used the crane bit to insert the solid plank key into there. So yeah, there we go. Extend the crane out that way, and take this right here, the solid plank key, and insert it right here. And you get a little saw type weapon or sword type weapon, whatever this is right here. I think they wanted to make it look like a saw / sword. Well, we all know it's supposed to be an energon weapon right here. Okay, take out the solid planet key, put this back on, yeah, swing this back on in, slide this back on down, and voila. There we have that. So yeah, they definitely did a really good job with Mudflap overall. And I really do love this figure right here. I got this guy from the same toy store that I found out about a while back. These things don't want to stay down at all. I think it's because of how old they are. These things are fairly loose-ish at times. These things are just fairly loose-ish. And I also wish they would have included like maybe like some tabs right here on the shoulders. These will like on the thighs, right here on the thighs, so that way once you fold these on down, or at least put a tab like right here and put a little cut section right here in the pelvis area, the / crotch region, so that way once you come on down, it'll just tab into place right there, or put it right there on his backside. And same with right here, like place a couple of tabs maybe on his shoulders perhaps, or maybe like somewhere back here, somewhere back there, that way it'll tap on into place. But yeah, this is fairly loose. A lot of times it's fairly loose. Yeah, back on down. So yeah, and also here's the Decepticon symbol. Quite frankly, I do wish they would have like made like at least half the Decepticon, half Autobot to show Mudflap's allegiance. Like Decepticon on the left side, Autobot on the right side, to show just to show like Mudflap's allegiance, because like we all know what happened in the show. Starscream decides to say, "Oh, we're just going to go ahead and I'll just go ahead and persuade you, since you're a fairly young Autobot still, and you don't know a whole lot right off the bat yet." So Mudflap changes allegiance from Autobot to Decepticon, then from Decepticon to Autobot. So yeah, it would have made, I think it would have made more sense just to make half and half on this one right here. Just half and half. But yeah, very nicely done, Hasbro. Very nicely done. Beautiful work on him. Very, very beautiful work on him. Also, I will also, from a friend of mine, I don't know if she's on Discord anymore or not, but she did recommend that I give ratings for these guys right here. So overall rating for the vehicle mode from Mudflap, I have to say a solid 9.5 out of 10. Albeit it's not perfect, but still a solid 9.5 out of 10, because like there's very little chance that like a human would need to like use a crane truck, or let alone like recognize a crane truck anywhere in particular. You all know what I'm talking about. I'm still a little tired. I'm trying to get my brain to function right now. Okay, there you have that. Let's go ahead, do the comparisons. First up, we're going to do the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. Yeah, he's definitely taller than Optimus, but well, Optimus is definitely taller and definitely longer than he is. So yeah. Pretty good size comparison right there. Excuse me. Also, here we have Hotshot with him. There we have that. Also, the first Decepticon that decided to give Mudflap a lift. And I should bring out his... I keep on forgetting to bring out his landing gear. Do not ask me why I keep on forgetting to do that. And sorry that I bumped into the camera. Here we go. There's Thundercracker with Mudflap. Take him on out. Also, here is Crosswise. Because that one episode of where he noticed Mudflap banging up against a tree. Especially since he was trying to like get Landmine's attention. And speaking of Landmine, here is Landmine right here. In the show, he literally said that he raised Mudflap like he was his own son. Well, he practically raised him. So Landmine reminds me of both Alpha Trion and Cup, because we all know Alpha Trion helped to train Optimus, if I'm remembering correctly, and Cup helped to train Hot Rod. And I'm beginning to notice, like, is it, or the reflective surface on the Autobot symbol is making it look like it's you. I think it's like the white lines right in there that may, for some odd reason, why I was looking like it's like the paint's coming off right there for some odd reason from a different angle. So yeah, there you go. You have that. Hey, brainless punk! I raised you better than that. I raised you better than becoming a Decepticon. So yeah, there you have that. There you have that. Now for the transformation sequence, it is fairly simplistic. Well, it's always simplistic. Well, it's simplistic with the Transformers Cybertron figures, more or less with some of them. Now, first things first, we're going to go ahead and take these things right here and bring them up on their hinges. Bring them up on their hinges to completely untab them from right there. There you go. They are. Now, what you want to go and do next is this right here. It's like you want to take this, bring this on up, and also bring this on up right here. Make sure this thing is already brought up fully, so you can take the foot, so you can take the whole leg and simply separate it from the arm. Slide this on down ever so slightly. Well, it's only slightly comes on down. Bring this on down right here. Rotate on down, or just fold it down. I don't know how you call it. I'm just going to do this right here, and just extend this out slightly as well. Now, rotate his leg on down right here. I think it's called rotating. What I want to do next is this. Go ahead and rotate this foot forward. Take this front piece take this back section of his victim over here. Fold it on out. Do the same thing with this part right here. Fold this on out too. Let's see if I'm correct. I should be correct. I think. Tab that in right there. Let me double check on the website real fast. Yep, I am doing it correctly. Oh man, sometimes I can forget of how they Oh, look, sometimes I forget. Now I'm going to take this piece right here, untab this from right in there. This one little tab goes into a slot right in his shoulder. Well, so for these little tabs right here, they will go into a slot in his vehicle mode. Let me show you all real fast. Like, oh, it's right up in there. It's right up in there. That's what the slot is, right up in there. So yeah, we'll have to go all the way back. Woo! There we go. Rotate that on down. Move it right to joint and just fold this on over right here. Fold that on over. There you go. Take this on right here. Fold this on over. We'll rotate this on down and just fold this as well. There you go. Now what you want to do is take this piece right here, fold it on over, and make sure you collapse it right down there. Same thing with this thing, right? Same thing with this right here. Bring it on over and just tap it into place. There you go. There you are. Now, so far, I'd say this one has more of a tab function than this one does. Because, like, take a look at this. Take a look at this right here. No, there's like one little tab right in there. And all you have to do is just put it on over right there. For this one right here, however, you have two tabs that have to go into either side. Because you see right here, well, one tab over there, one tab right there, and this tab right here pretty much manages to stay, well, it doesn't stay in the middle, but I'll show you. You have to go all the way over here. For that, from the vehicle mode, bring it on the other, bring in the opposite direction for the robot mode. There you go. Now for this right here, go ahead and take this piece right here, bring it on up, rotate this around. Does not matter which side you rotate it to. Like, I think they made it where this is pretty much universal. And just take this right here on his, take his chest right here, fold it on out, rotate this on up right here. There we go. Fold his head on up a good bit. Push it on in. There we go. Come on. Let's just try to. Wee bit complicated. Come on now, you. There we go. Sometimes I'll get stuck. There we go. Or, much like in the show, he's complicated in real life. Take his head, rotate it around, and you have Cybertron Mudflap in his robot mode. And I will say this, I'm surprised they're not working on a Cybertron universe Mudflap. That would be really cool to work with. I would have loved to have seen that right there with Mudflap. Now, I'll have to admit this, like, albeit in the show, Mudflap, I thought he had like a German accent because it kind of sounded like it to me, but he more spoke French in the show. So yeah, I was a little bit confused about that. Still kind of confused me in today's age, but I can tell he has a French accent. Not for sure how he got that kind of accent right there. Unless, of course, if he spent a good bit of time in France or something, or wait, he could have been like Jetfire. He could have been like Jetfire and like stayed with, because I read up on the bio of Cybertron Jetfire. Turns out Jetfire stayed on another planet for some time, and he managed to pick up their language. I can't remember what the planet was, but he managed to pick up their language, which was an equivalent to Earth's Australian accent. That right there is what I think might have happened with Mudflap. He might have stayed on like another planet for some time, and he might have picked up an accent. So yeah, you never know. But yeah, take a look at Mudflap right here. You can definitely tell, like, and I know I forgot to do this in vehicle mode, but his things can rotate right here. His crane can go out and in case he wants to fight anyone. There, you have to rotate this crane on down right here, and rotate this on up, and just extend it on out so he can hit anyone with this piece right here. He always uses this piece more often than he uses his own cyber key power. So yeah. Yeah, that right there. This piece right here, he doesn't use. For this piece right here, you never once see the Cyberplanet key enter into this arm right here on the show. Because, like, you can literally take this key, insert it right here, and he has a missile. He doesn't always have to use like a close range weapon. He doesn't have to use a close range weapon. He can use like a weapon from a distance. So I can't remember if. But yeah, you guys can see how loose that is right there. You guys can see how loose that is. So yeah. There you go. Got that up right there. So yeah, like there's not much with Mudflap right here because like you do have shoulder articulation right here and also waist articulation. Not meant for transformation, but like maybe that's to help maneuver him or something. Excuse me. A little bit of foot articulation down here. And pretty much right here, right at his thigh area, and his knees can go up right, and his knees can come up right there. And you also they can do the split with this right here. That's primarily due to the transformation process. But yeah, you can also lift up his legs like this right here, just like this. There you go. Also looking at the back right here, you can definitely see like he's definitely show accurate, more or less with the with his head area right here. More or less with his head area right here, because with his head area, you can never tell of how his head like I will admit I think they did show it flipping on up, and they never did show the chest piece coming out the head flip on up right there. So yeah, you have that. But yeah, I do like how they made Mudflap in the series. I do like how they made Mudflap within the series. Also, for solar key power on this side, as we all know, just extend it on out, take the solar planet key of Earth and plug it in. There you go. Voila. Extend, power pole extend, or go gadget something. I don't know how to go gadget pole extend or something. I'm not for sure. But yeah. They have Mudflap right there, and also he has a bit of light piping right back in his eyes right here. You guys can see it a little bit. You have that right there. And I do love how like they have it to where 4 of his wheels are on his back, 2 of them are on his arms, and 2 of them are on his legs. So yeah, I do love how they did that, integrated that into his transformation gimmick. Also, I did not transform this guy just yet. The Thundercracker. Reason why is because I wanted to show this. Boom. Like of how Mudflap hops on top of Thundercracker and he says, "Boy, you better be switching from diesel to unleaded." Yeah, Mudflap can pretty much fit on Thundercracker pretty well. So yeah, that's definitely very accurate to what happened in the show. Oh my gosh, I managed to make him fly off without dropping Mudflap. Oh my gosh. Wait, why am I putting Mudflap over there? He goes over here. It's going to be one quick second. I want to try and transform Thundercracker real. Now for the size comparisons. Let's see, who do we do up first? Oh yeah, that's right. The leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. No super mode required. And I just noticed Mudflap's leg is still out. There we go. So yeah, he's definitely taller than Mudflap is. Also, here he is with Thundercracker. There we go. They both pretty much have like the same kind of like a long weapon on their left armor piece. So yeah, there you go. Also, here he is with Hotshot. Bit shorter. My wife did point out something like Voyager classes and deluxe classes. Like Voyager classes are more expensive while deluxe classes are cheaper. So she pointed out that like these guys right here, Mudflap, could be deluxe while Hotshot could be a Voyager. Because like Voyager sounds like it's more of a downscale than an upscale. Deluxe classes sound like more of their upscale than downscale. So yeah, you have that right there. You have that right there. Something my wife pointed out a while back, like many years ago. Also, he is with Crosswise. Japanese name Smokescreen. If I had to mention one thing about this guy right here is that they do have a repainted version of him as Smokescreen. They do have a repainted version of him. I think for the Universe line. I think, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the description box below. There we go. And now for his mentor slash father figure, Landmine. You help out Optimus, Vector Prime. Whoops, I forgot one little thing on him. One little thing. Oh boy, remembering this little bit down here is it's not easy to remember sometimes. Oh, hello, this brainless punk. Brainless, and then BAM! So yeah. Mentor slash father figure and student slash son figure. So yeah, you have that right there. You have all that. And I must say this, Mudflap is definitely a must-have for the collection if you're willing to grab them on up. I managed to grab them on up years ago whenever I was working in the grocery food store for quite a while. So yeah, but your best bet on trying to find Mudflap. Oh yeah, and also if you all wonder where the head, it's on a swivel right there. Nothing too major. But yeah, if you all, and also other notes, I'm hoping third-party companies along with Hasbro work on this guy right here, because I would love to see him potentially in a new, in a Unicron trilogy line, just with a brand new transformation mold. That's what I like to see right there. That's what I would like to see right there. Or should I say, love to see. So if you guys want to try and find him, your best bet is probably either it's be instantly rare, a comic book store, probably a comic book store, or online on eBay. Those are your best bets right there, because it's going to be like insanely hard to find these guys right here. I was pretty lucky to find these guys years ago on eBay whenever I was trying to buy up a bunch of figures just to replace my old ones. More or less. A little complicated to explain right there. But yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this little video right here, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to both me and Richmaker, and check out my Tempo and Run Gaming channel. Also check me out on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. And until next one, I'm Tempo and Run, and I'll be signing off right now. So peace out!